Special call meeting of the Board of Trustees of United ISD is being held today, August the 19th, 2014, beginning at 5:40 in the United ISD Student Activity Complex, Fine Art Building, meeting room number 1, Laredo, Texas. The subjects to be discussed or considered or upon which any formal action may be taken are as listed below. Items do not have to be taken in the order shown on this meeting notice. Number 1, roll call, Mr. Rodriguez.
Judge Gilpin,
Present.
Pat Campos,
Present.
Juan Roberto Ramirez,
Present.
Ramiro Vélez III,
Present.
Ricardo Rick Rodriguez, present. We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. Board members' quorum has been called. And number 2, announcement by the board president, vice president, calling this meeting of the United Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of 4 board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, that notice of this meeting have been posted in accordance with Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. Number 3, closed sessions. Board will adjourn into closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act. A, 551.071, consultation with board attorney. 551.074, discussion of personal or to hear complaint against personnel. Number 1, consider appointment of principal for Matias de Llano Elementary. Number 2, discussion reference level 3, grievance of Edna Olmeda. Number 3, discussion reference level number 3, grievance of Erica Rendon. And we'll be back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna go into closed session right now, so the time is, you wanna call the time,
Okay,
5:40?
5:39.
Yes, so we're gonna stay in closed
Point
session.
of order, is there some folks to speak on behalf of this agenda item?
Yeah, there's no public comments at this special call meetings.
None at
We only
all?
have, no, we only have them at regular meetings, by board policy.
Well, couldn't you all let them be heard? So that
Not,
the board might hear
not in
from their
accordance,
constituency?
not in accordance with the policy. All right, so we'll have to choose the audience, and then Ms. Gardner will represent the administration, and Mr. Alter will represent the grievance, and if everybody else can just excuse us for just a little while. Thank you very much. Judge, here. Go ahead.
In closed session, the board will take appropriate action on items if it is necessary as discussed in closed session. A, appointment of principal for Matias Elementary School.
Yes, Mr. Ramirez, members of the board, my recommendation for principal at Piano Elementary is Diana Carodi.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Any discussion? Any discussion? Those in favor? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Number, letter B, action reference level 3, grievances of Edna Olmeda. We will have a motion regarding the grievance of Erica Rendon and Edna Olmeda.
I move to deny the grievance of Erica Rendon and Edna Olmeda.
Second.
Any questions?
In discussion, I'd like to make the point that there were some comments made by Mr. Alkelt regarding rubber stamping. We have, in certain cases, we have upheld grievances like this before. I want to remind you that you represented somebody in such a case. So we don't rubber stamp these things. We take them very seriously. One of the biggest issues that we look at in going back to board policy is what the working relationship on the campus is going to be like afterwards. And so we factor that in our considerations. It's not anything retaliatory. It's just acting in the best interest of the district. In cases like the other one that I'm referring to, and you'll realize I'm not at liberty to mention by name, but we are willing to take the step when we see that that's in the best interest of the district. And I think everybody here would agree with that. But in this case, we decided to deny this grievance for the reasons that I stated.
Any other comments?
Any other comments? All those in favor? Motion passes. Well, I stated for both of them, for Erica Rendon and Edna Olmeda. So
You have some action items.
One action item, approval of memorandum of understanding between the United ISD and Wade County Juvenile Department Probation Officers on campuses.
Yes, this MOU for members was, this MOU is basically sets out the rules of engagement when the probation officers of mostly, secondary students, they're going to step onto school district grounds. In those cases, we want to see the ID, we want to know if parental consent is required. So it really tracks one of our board policies, which is GRA. And the county juvenile department has already reviewed it, and they're in agreement with it. So we're bringing it to the board so that we can send it over to the county for approval.
Motion. Motion.
Made and second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion passes. Letter B, approval of consultant mandatory design services.
Good evening, members of the board, Mr. Cruz and Mr. Santos. Administration brings for your approval RFP 2014-093, consultant for district-wide natatorium facility. We are recommending Sunset Pools with William Architects Aquatics as the firm that best meets the needs of the district and will provide the services for $49,500. Are there any questions?
What is exactly the intention of, or are they going to be providing the design and checking the availability of the sign?
Well, this is more of a facility study. This is the consultant to look at the UIL requirements, look at the district's enrollment, and make a recommendation to the district as to what we would put in a qualification packet for the actual firm that would design the natatorium facility.
Are we working with a time frame?
Yes, I believe so, and maybe Mr. Garza can.
Basically, this is step one in the whole process of getting together with the city in the partnership for the construction of a natatorium. All this really is just kind of getting all the ducks in a row so that we can actually go out for solicitation for design. So this is kind of the preliminary stages. In essence, they're going to be able to help us in determining how many lanes we need based on our enrollment right now, what our future enrollment is going to look like. If we add any more high schools, do we need more lanes? So kind of plan that out ahead of time. What's also going to be some of the programming that's going to be available? Obviously, 80% of it is going to be for district use, but we are going to incorporate some city opportunities and see what kind of programming is there. In addition, what amounts we're going to charge specifically for city programming versus other. So all those little things that need to go into what the design is going to look like, what we need. I know an adaptive pool, something that's probably something that we'd like to have. Do we want to have a warm-up area for the, so all those things need to be worked out before we can actually look at a design, which will be another process, and then probably go out for bids and be able to construct.
I think the other item, Mr. Veliz and members of the board, that we probably would, after we meet with the consultants, we probably would need to take at least 3 board members a trip to begin to look at several natatoriums that we've looked at, and I think another one that I know Harlingen has completed. I think it's important for the board to get a good concept of what it is that we're looking at. We've taken a trip with the city officials about 2 months ago. We have a very good idea what both of us would like, and obviously we'd have to get our board involved and eventually city, but I think when we look at what they're having now, what they need for UIL and also to make sure we're able to bring all our second graders, 7, 8 days during the year to be able to teach them how to float and swim, what they call drown proof. I mean, that's extremely important for us. And also, I think Mr. Garza alluded to the special need pool. Very important to get our special needs students. So all that is, we've never had one. Now that we're looking at doing that joint venture, I think and that's really what this particular group would be able to help us.
And, I mean, both companies were very qualified to do the work. They've done many, many pools. This is the company that actually gave us a price. It's not gonna be any more than this amount, and we're gonna be able to provide the study and actually do a presentation before the board with the final results before we go forward.
Motion to approve of consultants and administrative services.
So moved.
So moved.